The top places and things you should know before visiting Balboa Park in San Diego. Today we're here at Balboa Park. We're going to visit some of the museums, restaurants, attractions, exhibits, show you around the park so you can get a good idea of the layout and what to expect on your next trip here. We'll start at the heart of Balboa Park. Then we'll visit popular attractions like the Comic-Con Museum, the Fleet Science Center, the San Diego Natural History Museum, the San Diego Museum of Art, the Japanese Friendship Garden, and much more. We'll explore Balboa Park's unique history and visit a few of the local favorite exhibits, gardens, restaurants, and shops. Then we'll head to the lesser-known areas to see some places many tourists miss. Along the way, we'll share our top tips. In 1868, the city of San Diego designated this land for public use. They later renamed it Balboa Park in 1910 after Vasco Núñez Balboa, the first European to see the Pacific Ocean. At the eastern edge of El Prado, Balboa Park's main strip, is the Cascades area. Here at the Plaza de Balboa, you'll find the Bia Evenson's Fountain, named after an early park activist who worked to preserve Balboa Park's buildings and legacy. Just next door is one of the most hands-on and interesting museums here at the park, the Fleet Science Center. Opened in 1973, this center has been inspiring minds of all ages for generations. In fact, it just celebrated its 50th anniversary. The Fleet Science Center was founded by the San Diego Space and Science Foundation and was named in honor of the San Diego aviation pioneer, Reuben H. Fleet. Over the years, the center has expanded to include more than 100 interactive exhibits, a virtual reality experience, an IMAX theater, and planetarium. Today, the Fleet Science Center is a community-focused organization that works with educators and scientific groups to inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers. Just across the Plaza de Balboa is the San Diego Natural History Museum, also known as the NAT. At this museum, you'll take a journey through the history of Southern California and Baja California's evolution and diversity. These fascinating exhibits inspire a deep appreciation for the natural world around us. Spread across 4 floors, the museum's exhibitions are a celebration of life in all of its complexity. With over 8 million models, specimens, and fossils, there's plenty to explore. At the ground level, there's a gift shop and even a theater that shows documentaries and movies. Walking through the halls, you'll be able to step through time and see life-size fossils, prehistoric marine animals, gemstones, and ancient plant life. Just a stone's throw away across Park Street and over the footbridge from the San Diego Natural History Museum, you'll find a hidden oasis that's easy to miss but hard to forget. It's the Desert Garden and Inez Grant Parker Memorial Rose Garden. This sanctuary has over 2,500 rose bushes and over 180 varieties of flowers. This nationally acclaimed garden is a perfect place to stop for a photo, enjoy the fountains, or even plan a wedding ceremony. I only first discovered this garden after doing research for this video, and I highly recommend visiting. Hidden in the shadow of the Fleet Science Theater is the historic Zoro Garden. The sunken stone grotto was once a nudist colony and an attraction featured in the 1935 California Pacific International Exposition. It was designed to showcase the ideals of natural outdoor life. Visitors could explore the exhibit and observe its inhabitants for 25 cents. Others found creative ways to see the exhibit for free. The controversial exhibit was closed 1 year after it debuted, and today it remains as a popular butterfly garden. If you're enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up, and for more travel and adventure content, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. Now back to the video. Balboa Park was host to not one but 2 World's Fairs, one in 1915 and 1935. These weren't just local parties, they helped to put the park on the world stage. At the southern end of the park is the Pan American Plaza, built for the 1935 California Pacific International Exposition. The original Federal Building now houses the Comic-Con Museum. This lively space is more than just a collection of rare comic books and movie props. Here, you can walk through world-class exhibitions featuring everything from superheroes to sci-fi, interactive, and immersive experiences. The Makerspace offers hands-on craft projects where you can build a variety of cardboard models. This exhibit displays the origins and the early days of Comic-Con. Exploring the galleries, you'll find classic and rare comics. Or sit back, relax, and enjoy a classic movie or cartoon. There's also plenty of opportunities to take photos around the exhibits. You'll be amazed to find some of the earliest editions of some of the most popular comics. There's great examples of cosplay and life-size models that you can take pictures with. For those who enjoy the history of comics, there's an area dedicated to Stan Lee and the origins of Marvel Comics. One of the highlights is the Animation Academy, which offers hands-on interactive experiences explaining everything about animation from the pencil and paper days to the digital era. This section of the museum has the most hands-on activities, and you'll even have a chance to create your own animations. There's also a sense of community with screenings, lectures, and workshops fueling the passion for popular arts. With free parking just outside, the Comic-Con Museum is an all-year-round celebration, a gathering place for fans, and an ultimate destination for all things comics, movies, and fantasy. Just next door is the San Diego Air and Space Museum. It occupies the Ford building, which was originally built for the 1935 Exposition. The museum shares an inspiring collection that explores the past, present, and future of aviation. From the flying replica of Charles Lindbergh's Spirit of St. Louis to the actual Apollo 9 command module, the exhibits bring aviation to life and put you in the cockpit. There's also plenty to experience, such as flight simulators, a dedicated place for kids, and Balboa Park's first 4D theater. As an affiliate to the Smithsonian Institution, the museum carries a badge of honor, and the educational programs aim to inspire the aviation and space enthusiasts of tomorrow. Just next door, you can explore the heart of American automotive culture at the San Diego Automotive Museum. Imagine the engines roar while admiring the sleek designs of classic cars. This 17,000 square foot gallery is filled with vintage cars and modern marvels. Whether it's part of the Art Deco collection or the British Invasion collection, each vehicle tells its own unique story. The motorcycles also have their own corner at the Motorcycles of the World collection. Multimedia displays, hands-on activities, and educational programs drive home the significance of America's love affair with the automobile. It's a pit stop that's not just about transportation, but also a rich cultural exploration. At the northern edge of the Pan American Plaza is the House of Pacific Relations International Cottages. They were built for the 1935 California Pacific International Exposition. The cottages are home to a variety of cultural treasures, with each cottage proudly representing a different nation's heritage. Visitors can take a global tour without leaving the park. There are currently 32 cottages representing 33 diverse cultures. And recently, the neighborhood has been expanded to include representations from Mexico, Panama, Colombia, Peru, India, Korea, Palestine, and Turkey. For those without a cottage, the nearby Hall of Nations serves as a meeting place, and the United Nations Association of San Diego has its own space next door. By providing educational programs and cultural events, the cottages promote mutual respect and global understanding. Currently, 5 more cottages are under construction, ready to welcome 9 additional cultures. It's a celebration of what unites us, tucked away in the heart of sunny California. At the center of the park is the Plaza De Panama. Since Balboa Park's early days, this has been the main square at the park. Over the years, the plaza has welcomed guests and even served as a Navy training facility. Surrounding the square are museums and beautiful buildings. At the east end is the House of Hospitality building. It was originally a temporary structure built for the Panama, California Exposition in 1915. It first served as a foreign arts building, then in 1935 became the welcoming center to Balboa Park. The structure was reconstructed in 1997 and made permanent. Today you'll find the Balboa Park Visitor Center, an essential stop for visitors looking for information about attractions, upcoming events, and the wonders the park has to offer. You'll also find the offices for the Balboa Park Conservancy, a ballroom, a popular coffee stand, and the acclaimed Prado restaurant. The Timken Museum of Art opened its doors in 1965. Today, the Timken Museum graces us with a modern facade of marble and bronze. The museum houses masterpieces from European old masters like Rembrandt, Hals, Bruegel, and Rubens. The Timken Museum is free to visit and open from Wednesday to Sunday from 10 to 5. If you'd like to expand your artistic journey, just next door is one of Southern California's most recognized art museums. The San Diego Museum of Art has been a cornerstone of culture in Balboa Park since 1926, when it was originally called the Fine Arts Gallery of San Diego. Appleton Bridges gifted the original building to the city of San Diego in 1966. The museum doubled in size with a new wing and a sculpture court. Inside, there's a panorama of art with special focus on Spanish masters like El Greco and Goya. There are over 20,000 objects from around the globe spanning from 3000 BC to our present day. The museum is one of the largest in the region, attracting more than 500,000 visitors each year. In addition to the art, the museum has a well-curated library and archives with rare books and prints on art history. They keep the experience new with international temporary exhibitions, allowing you to experience the art world without leaving San Diego. A few of my personal favorites were Diego Rivera's The Hands of Dr. Moore, Salvador Dali's Spectre of the Evening, and Claude Monet's Haystacks at Chile at Sunrise. Across the plaza at the House of Charm is a museum known for folk art, crafts, and global design. The Mingei International Museum opened its doors in 1978. This nonprofit public institution celebrates global creativity with a collection of over 25,000 objects from 141 countries. From intricate folk art to innovative design pieces, the Mingei celebrates the human imagination. Here you can gain a deeper understanding of different cultures by viewing the elaborate crafts and art pieces. You'll find objects that people around the world use in their daily lives, and beautifully crafted artifacts that tell the story of humanity's universal creative spirit. The Mingei is not just a museum, but also an active community space hosting events, exhibitions, and educational programs. You can even rent out the venue for special events. This was my first time visiting, and I found it interesting to learn about different forms of art from around the world. To top it off, there's a nice restaurant, bar, and gift shop at the ground level. Here at the center of the Plaza De Panama, you'll find one of the main trolley stops. And these trolleys are offered for free, and you can park at most of the parking lots, and the trolley will stop and bring you throughout the park. This is the main open-air trolley that you'll find, but they also have an indoor air-conditioned trolley. And throughout the park, you'll find park maps and information centers. The Botanical Building and Lily Pond are some of the most photographed places here at the park. At 250 feet long, this is one of the largest lath structure buildings in the world. The Botanical Building was built for the 1915 Panama, California Exposition, and it's currently under construction until its reopening in 2024. When it reopens, it'll be a paradise for plant enthusiasts, with over 2,000 varieties of tropical and flowering plants. At the foot of the building is the Lily Pond, which is home to an array of water lilies, lotus, fish, and ducks. It's a peaceful place perfect for taking a stroll along the walkways and enjoying the scenery. An interesting fact is the pond was used for training when Balboa Park was converted into a naval training center in 1917. Directly across from the Lily Pond is the San Diego Model Railroad Museum. Located at the lower level of the Casa de Balboa building, the museum is like a universe of its own. At 27,000 square feet, it's the largest indoor model railroad exhibit in North America. With 5 permanent model train layouts, crafted by railroad clubs and experts, it's a hub of creativity and engineering. Each layout is a miniature world with realistic landscapes, functioning locomotives, and intricate tracks. And it's the only accredited model railroad west housing a library with over 10,000 books, maps, and magazines. The models are educational and even nostalgic. You could truly spend hours here just enjoying all the details. And if you've ever been interested in model trains, this is the perfect place to visit. Just next door is the Museum of Photographic Arts. This is a must-visit for anyone who enjoys the art of photography. MOPA is home to over 9,000 unique photographs. Its mission is to inspire, educate, and engage visitors. The museum aims to present captivating visual storytelling and thought-provoking exhibitions. If you're a seasoned photographer or a casual smartphone user, you're bound to leave with new insights into the art of photography. The San Diego History Center was founded in 1928 by George W. Marston, and its first home was actually the Junipero Serra Museum on Presidio Hill in Old Town. The museum moved to the Casa de Balboa in 1982. Here you can visit displays about the roots of the world-famous San Diego Zoo or learn about the history of craft beer in San Diego. This museum is home to over 45 million documents, photos, and artifacts that tell the story of San Diego's diverse communities, cultures, and industries. Strolling down El Prado, you'll also pass the Casa del Prado, which is a historic building originally built for the Panama Expo in 1915. This facility is home to many local organizations such as the San Diego Youth Symphony, the Junior Theater, and Civic Youth Ballet. There's spaces here for clubs like the San Diego Botanical Foundation and the San Diego Floral Association. The Spreckels Organ Pavilion has been a central gathering hub here at the park ever since it debuted at the 1915 Panama Expo. It was originally a gift from the Spreckels brothers to the city of San Diego. The pavilion's architecture is known for the vaulted structure, embellished gables, fashioned in a dramatic Renaissance style. This also makes it a popular place for photos. The Spreckels organ is the world's largest outdoor pipe organ with over 4,500 pipes. During the summer season, there are nighttime concerts, and each Sunday there's a free show at 2 p.m. During the December Nights Festival, this is the main stage and gathering point. Situated here at the center of the park, the Spreckels Organ Pavilion is hard to miss and absolutely worth visiting. Next to the Organ Pavilion is the Japanese Friendship Garden. The garden is a symbol of friendship between San Diego and its sister city, Yokohama, in Japan. Built in 1991, the 12-acre oasis has grown in size and popularity, becoming an iconic part of Balboa Park. The Japanese Friendship Garden is a marvel of landscape design, with each feature painstakingly chosen and arranged. The garden is lined with crafted stone designs, calming koi ponds, delightful water features, and traditional architectural structures. Beyond its natural beauty, the garden serves as a venue for cultural exchange and learning. Throughout the year, they host events such as the Tanabata Festival, which celebrates the Japanese Star Festival. And for younger visitors, the garden offers summer camps focused on Japanese culture, wellness, and sustainability. When you visit, make sure to explore all the paths, elegant pagodas, and the museum dedicated to Japanese art and culture. Palm Canyon Trail and Bridge are located just behind the Mingei Museum. This 2-acre tropical hiking trail dips into a lush canyon with over 450 palm trees representing 58 different species, some of which date back as far as 1912. At the trailhead is a wooden footbridge, which is popular among photographers for its picturesque and rustic scenery. The Spanish Village Art Center sits between the San Diego Zoo and the Natural History Museum. Walking into the village, you'll find a vibrant scene with over 200 local artists showcasing their creative work at 37 unique studios. From painting to ceramics and glasswork, the center has a little bit of everything. Walking through the art center, you'll have a chance to meet the artists, watch them create, and even buy art right from the source. If you're feeling inspired, the Spanish Village offers hands-on classes taught by the artists themselves, where you can unleash your own creativity. It's a rare chance to learn from the masters. The center is also a vibrant venue for events, live art demos, special exhibitions, and the community is committed to enriching San Diego's cultural fabric. So if you'd like to explore the world of artistic expression, the Spanish Village Art Center is a vibrant, enriching, and inspiring experience. Just outside the San Diego Zoo is the Balboa Park Miniature Railroad. The open-air miniature train takes you on a 3-minute magical half-mile loop around the park. The ride provides scenic views and a unique perspective of Balboa Park's landmarks. You'll pass by the Balboa Park Carousel, which was built in 1910 and brought to the park in 1922. This is a great family experience that's nostalgic for grown-ups and exciting for little ones. Nearby is the Moreton Bay fig tree. Planted back in 1915 and recognized by the state of California, it's known for its size and grandeur. The Balboa Park Conservancy decided that the tree deserved its own viewing platform to showcase the tree while also protecting its root system. It's also an ideal place for photography, and the platform offers an excellent vantage point for some inspiring shots. Perhaps the most striking and iconic feature in all of Balboa Park is the California Tower. Standing tall since 1915, this tower is rich in historical and cultural significance. The architectural hybrid features Baroque, Plateresque, and even some Gothic touches. The tower and many other locations in Balboa Park were featured in the movie Citizen Kane to portray the opulence of the fictional Xanadu estate. Visitors can take a guided tour that walks you through Balboa Park's history and lets you ascend to the observation deck to enjoy 360-degree panoramic views of San Diego. The tower is connected to the San Diego Museum of Us. The Museum of Us, formerly known as the Museum of Man, is a museum that specializes in cultural anthropology and aims to reflect and understand who we are as human beings. The exhibits here are like a walk through humanity's greatest hits and challenges, from ancient Egypt to Mayan civilization, and even sensitive topics like race and racism. If you're looking for a museum experience that challenges you to think, discuss, and appreciate the spectrum of human culture and history, the Museum of Us should be on your Balboa Park itinerary. Inspired by the Alcazar Castle in Seville, Spain, the Alcazar Garden at Balboa Park brings a touch of Spanish grandeur to San Diego. In the shadow of the California Tower, this garden was designed by Richard Requa in 1935. The garden is embellished with mosaic tile, situated around an assortment of plants and seasonal flowers. The fountains here add to the tranquility, making it an ideal spot to stop and enjoy the scenery and take some photos. If you enjoy theater or performing arts, the Old Globe Theater is a must-visit. Built in 1935 for the California Pacific International Exposition, this historical theater is a cornerstone of San Diego's cultural scene, hosting around 15 plays and musicals every single year, each in one of its 3 theaters. The largest is the flagship Old Globe Theater with 580 seats. From Shakespeare to modern plays, they have something for everyone. They also have an array of workshops and special performances throughout the year where you can have a chance to watch, engage, and learn. It's a cultural experience you don't want to miss. Walking east on El Prado, you'll find this archery range. And just above is the Cabrillo Bridge, an iconic gateway to Balboa Park. It was built for the 1915 Panama, California Exposition and modeled after the Roman Alcantara Bridge. It was the first of its kind in California with a multiple arced cantilever-style span. It uses hollow piers for support, and it spans approximately 450 feet with a height of 120 feet. The bridge connects Balboa Park with Bankers Hill and offers some of the most picturesque views you'll find in the city. The Marston House Museum and Garden is a great pit stop as you explore. It was built in 1905 for George Marston, a key figure in San Diego's history. It's a brilliant example of arts and crafts architectural style, and it's listed in the National Register of Historic Places. The house was turned into a museum in 1987, and it's been educating the public ever since. You'll find exhibits that delve into San Diego's history and the Marstons' crucial role. You can also take a guided tour of the gardens, which spread across 5 acres of formal gardens and canyon gardens. A visit to the Marston House offers a view of stunning architecture, gardens, and insights into San Diego's history. Near the west entrance to Balboa Park is the Kate Sessions statue and walkway. It's a tribute to the very woman known as the Mother of Balboa Park. She was a horticulturist, botanist, and landscape architect who shaped the park's greenery by donating many of its trees and plants. And across the street is Founders Plaza, which is home to sculptures of Alonzo Horton, George Marston, and Ephraim Morse. Exploring the grounds, you'll also find the Trees for Health path, which is home to many exotic and native trees. Throughout the park, you'll see many interesting facilities like the San Diego Lawn Bowling Club, and Nate's Point Dog Exercise and Training Park. On the southeastern edge of the park, you'll find the Veterans Museum of Balboa Park. It's housed in the historic chapel of the former Naval Hospital. It features a collection of exhibits that tell the tales of bravery, sacrifice, and commitment. The museum showcases a wide range of patriotic and war-related memorabilia and artifacts, each celebrating and acknowledging the efforts and sacrifices of the U.S. Armed Forces. The WorldBeat Center was originally built as a World War II auxiliary water tank for the Naval Hospital. It's been transformed into a vibrant cultural center focusing on the rich tapestry of African culture. Just next door is the Centro Cultural de la Raza. It's dedicated to celebrating and educating people about Chicano, Mexicano, Native American, and Latino art and culture. Offering a range of classes and presentations in drama, music, and arts, it emphasizes indigenous traditions from Mexico. Highly respected in the community, the center provides an inclusive environment for cultural exploration and appreciation. This was my first time visiting, and I found the exhibitions inspiring and the artwork very beautiful. There's no charge to see the museum, so if you're in the area, I recommend stopping by and enjoying the art. Just outside is Pepper Grove Park, which is named after the trees that provide all of its shade. Many people might not know, but Balboa Park is made up of 3 distinct mesas and 2 canyons. The furthest east mesa is called the Morley Field Sports Complex, and it's known for its public facilities and parks. Here you'll find dog parks, trails, and large grass areas. Located at the northeastern corner of Balboa Park, the Balboa Park tennis courts offer a well-maintained scenic venue for players of all skill levels. Managed by the Balboa Tennis Club, the courts are available for reservation through the city's Parks and Recreation Department. The club also hosts lessons, clinics, and tournaments. Highly regarded in San Diego, these courts provide a serene setting for both recreational and competitive play. Within the complex, you'll also find an archery range, picnic and play areas, soccer and baseball fields, a public pool, bocce ball courts, and a velodrome. Exploring further, you'll also find hiking trails, a disc golf course, and an 18-hole golf course. I only discovered this area of the park after doing research for this video. Considering the Morley Field Sports Complex occupies 1/3 of Balboa Park's total area, I definitely consider that to be a serious hidden gem, and I hope you get to visit it. We couldn't complete a list about Balboa Park without mentioning the incredible world-famous San Diego Zoo. But we have a full tour coming up next, and to watch it, just click this link right here. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, please give the video a thumbs up. And for more travel and adventure content about Southern California, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.